We should talk about the biggest witness of Diddy's trial taking the stand and detailing patterns of violence, control, and abuse at the hands of Diddy. And this witness is his ex, Cassie Ventura, who actually sued him back in 2023 at a case that was quickly settled, but then prompted dozens of other lawsuits. She is also notably the woman who Diddy was seen beating in hotel surveillance footage from 2016 that was previously shared by CNN. And that footage was actually played in court, with Cassie then sharing her side of that incident yesterday. But they're saying that she had been participating in a freak-off that day, and she knew that she had to get out after Diddy allegedly became violent and hit her, giving her a black eye. But of course, as everyone saw in the hotel footage, after she left the hotel room, Diddy followed her to the elevator, with Cassie saying, "The next thing I knew, I was just thrown to the ground. It was really fast." And when asked how many other times Diddy threw her to the ground like that, she claimed too many to count. Right, and that coming as the jury had already heard from a man who was working as a security officer at the time of the incident, with him claiming that he saw Cassie with a purple eye and that she was trying to leave, but Diddy would not initially let her. But also with this, she refused to call the police or answer questions, and that guard also said that Diddy held up a wad of cash for him that he believed was a bribe, but he turned down that money. Right, in that hotel video, it was not the only time during Cassie's testimony where she alleged that Diddy was violent. Or they're noting that she met him when she was 19 and he was 37. He then signed her to his record label and began dating her within a few years. And with that, saying that by the time that she was 22, he had asked her to start doing freak-offs, which made her confused and nervous, but she also said she loved him. But they're saying of their relationship, there were violent arguments that would usually result in some sort of physical abuse, dragging, different things of that nature. She also accused him of controlling her appearance and the way she dressed or did her nails, saying, "My appearance was very important to him. It was pretty immediate. Some days he would want me to be really sexy and other days like a tomboy. He was just very involved in it." And adding, "I had to look a certain way during freak-offs. Definitely my self-worth took a hit during the entirety of the relationship." She also alleged that he was controlling about the way that she acted as well, saying, "Make the wrong face and the next thing I knew, I was getting hit in the face." And with this, a big thing is that during opening statements, Diddy's lawyers admitted that he could be violent and even said that his behavior may have warranted domestic violence charges, but not trafficking and racketeering charges, which he's on trial for. With his lawyers saying that jurors might leave this trial thinking he's a jerk, but, quote, "He's not charged with being mean. He's not charged with being a jerk." With his lawyers also repeatedly insisting that all sexual encounters were consensual. But regarding sexual encounters, some of the most disturbing details from Cassie's testimony actually came from her accounts of freak-offs. With her, among other things, claiming that Diddy would order her to recruit male sex workers and then pay them to have sex with her, and that these so-called freak-offs would last from 36 or 48 hours, with the longest going for 4 days, saying they would often have no breaks for sleep, despite Cassie saying she needed rest, with her claiming that they would use drugs to stay up the whole time. And all the while, Diddy allegedly choreographed and controlled every aspect of these, like who had sex with who, what lubricants, candles, and linens were being used. She also alleged that he directed her to be lathered in heated up baby oil so she was glistening in it and reapplying it frequently. And to get through all this, Cassie claimed that she took drugs to numb herself while she was having sex with people that she didn't want to have sex with for days at a time. Right, and with this, she claimed that it got to a point where she was doing freak-offs weekly, with this lasting for around a decade of her life. With her adding here, freak-offs became a job where there was no space to do anything else but to recover and just try to feel normal again. And as for why she kept doing them, she says that she felt unable to refuse him, saying, "I just didn't want to make him upset. I just didn't want to make him angry and regret telling me about this experience that was so personal." And then alleging that when he got angry, his eyes were black. The version that I fell in love with was no longer there. She also said that she feared that he would blackmail her, as there was footage of the freak-offs and she knew he had the ability to spread those images far and wide. And she said that it really troubled her that the freak-offs were recorded because she found them humiliating and disgusting, and she never wanted anyone to see her like that, adding, "The idea of objectifying me, tossed around like it was nothing, putting me in these compromising positions with strangers." And also a thing that people noted as Cassie took to the stand is that she was visibly pregnant and in her third trimester, and the defense even asked to have Cassie already sitting in the witness box when the jury entered so her pregnancy would be less visible to them. Though notably, the judge did not grant that request. Also a big thing is that her testimony is continuing today. I mean, as I'm recording, and it's included more details about the freak-offs, with her testifying that she would often get UTIs when they were happening frequently, but she was forced to participate even though the infections caused her horrible pain. She also said that drug use and sexual activities caused her to get sores on her tongue, and she alleged that she made it clear she did not want to do freak-offs, and pointed to a text where she said nothing good came out of them and compared Diddy to Tina Turner's abusive husband. We also saw the subject of blackmail coming up again, with Cassie claiming that in one instance while they were on a plane together, Diddy pulled up videos of freak-offs and threatened to release them, which made her feel trapped, and so she ended up doing another freak-off, and adding, "At that point, whatever was going to make him not be angry at me and threatening me, I was willing to do. I just didn't want to feel scared anymore." But of course, with that, the trial is still ongoing. We're gonna have to see what all comes out from it. And in the meantime, of course, I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here about what we're seeing, what you're feeling? What do you think is gonna happen? Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this clip from the full Philip DeFranco show. And also, a big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring our clips channel. Turn your passion into profit over at squarespace.com/Phil, or use the QR code. Because whether you're launching a business or a lucrative side hustle, your website is your digital business card. It's the only space where you control the story, no algorithms or distractions. And with Squarespace, it's so easy because they got a ton of stunning professional templates with drag and drop editing that makes site design incredibly simple. No coding required. So get started for free at squarespace.com/Phil, or scan the QR code on screen and use code Phil for 10% off when ready to launch. Squarespace.com/Phil.